So we're talking about the nature of reptiles and that they know who they are most of the time. And those who are adopted might not know about their reptile nature because there is nobody to tell them about their reptile nature. Now that applies to also sorry guys, we are in summer, Spain. That must be. So those who grew up with a single parent and the parent, let's take the scenario, the example of the father being the reptile and the mother being a single parent who raised you. And by the time you are an adolescent, you ask yourself a lot of questions. Why am I not like my mother? Am I wicked? Because you rejoice when other people are suffering. You rejoice when there is misery. You rejoice. You flourish where there is war. You flourish where people are crying. You smile when people are suffering because that is the nature of the reptile. I have observed them. I have studied them. I have observed them and studied them. I said like at Little, I had a lot of chance to study them. Also in the city and also here. So you flourish, but you don't understand why. And all what you know is that those are traits that are being regarded as being, you are being either a narcissist or being even worse. You are wicked. You are possessed by dark forces, by demons. You hear this. This child is wicked. This child is possessed by demons. How many times do you hear that? Because the child is extreme. Yeah? I used to hear that with one of my cousin because he was a really difficult child. He was really a difficult child and he was raised by my grandmother too. So basically, we were raised together for that matter, although he's quite younger than me. This guy, he was really crazy. Anyway, that's a long story. I don't go there now. So we used to hear other family members are saying, this child is wicked, he's possessed by dark forces. And this child is a reptile father. As a child, a reptile father. So I'm now pretty much convinced that's a reptile. Well, so, but he might never find out about his reptile father because his nature because he's not close to his father. He's not in physical communication with his father. And also the question of the father is also not clear because there are two men who could be his father. The man that is originally apparently his father that he used to know growing up as his father, it turned out to be that might not be his biological father because there is another man who might be the father also. So this guy will never find out who's my father, and this guy will never find out his reptile nature. Or what he knows that he's wicked to a certain point. Although he was raised by a beautiful angelic soul, my grandmother. Give him all the good attributes that a parent can give a child. Back to the story. So you might have a reptile child. Look at the behaviors of your children. Now, let's not mistaken the children who are suffering and what is it called? Not suffering. That is not a suffering. That is just their state of being. In German, you call it HDS. I had a friend who in his adult age was diagnosed with that. That's another story. Google what that is. What is it called? You know this, the good doctor, Dr. Murphy, Sean Murphy. He's a special guy. This is not what we're talking about. I don't know what they call this again. I know, but I forgot. Sometimes you have the word, but it cannot come. Maybe it will come along the journey as we're talking. So let's proceed. So let's not mistake in that. That is not what I'm talking about. No? And I said that it doesn't need to have two parents raptors for a raptor on core to be born. It is enough when a father or a mother alone is a raptor, because my half sister is a raptor too. A father like my father this angelic being. And I scratch my head about how could he father a raptor child like her. Well, the mother is a raptor. She got it from her mother. She came through her bloodline, the bloodline of the mother. And sometimes I think that maybe we should make a blood test whether she's also really from my father. Because this woman, after she got her, she was pregnant with a child from my father and she made abortion. Now, I'm getting a picture that, hey, this girl that I call my half sister, she's not really from my father. She has another father, but she was just smuggled in to be my father's child. Probably she cheated on him, and she got pregnant with her, and she never told him that she got pregnant by another man, or she went with another man. But with the second child that she was pregnant with, it was for sure from my father, and she didn't want to have that child from my father. Because the possibility that this child would turn out not a raptor is also there. Might be there, probably. This is what you might think. She might have thought back then. Because until today, my father could not tell why she had to make an abortion. They were married. They were happily married, for that matter. As far as an angelic being can be happily married to a raptor. Yeah? Anyway, that's another story. So, you might have a raptor child too. If you see that, okay, my goodness, all these things that you just described now, this is what is with my child and me, just book a session with me, one-on-one. In 3 sessions, I could tell you, after 3 sessions and 3 conversations, I can tell you what you're dealing with. And I can tell you how you go about it and how you protect yourself from that energy of your child. What you do with your child, I will not tell you that. I will never go there. I will not tell you, hey, get rid of your child. I will never tell you, hey, keep your child. That's supposed to be your decision. All what I know is that I will let you know what you're dealing with, and I will give you tools that will help you to protect yourself as you are still living together with your child and still caring for that child. Maybe that child is a teenager, is a minor, or maybe they're also grown-ups, 25, 20-something, that are still living at home for whatever reasons. And if that's your arrangement and you have your reasons, no problem. But you need tools to live and survive that life with that child of yours. Because that child of yours will never change. You might You might think that, oh, it is my fault. Maybe if I change, maybe he will change, or she will change. No, it's not your fault. They will guilt trip you. They will tell you. They will attack you. They will guilt trip you. They will tell you that you're a piece of nothing. And the next time they tell you that you don't love them. And then the next time they will just curse you. And then the next time they will swear at you. And then the next time they will throw things at you. The next time, this is how they flourish. They are creating their luge through you. That is what they need to survive. And you need to put your borders. But if you don't know what you're dealing with, especially in this European world, the Western countries, the children are very disrespectful with their parents. Very much. And on top of that, a raptor too. Worse. You don't have to be a punching bag of your children. That also applies to a spouse. You might also be married or having a partner who is a raptor, although you are not. And they will also make you feel small about yourself. Partner, you are wicked. You are nothing without me. You are nothing. Nobody can love you. Nobody will ever love you. Huh? You are ugly. You should be grateful that I still show interest in you. And you should be grateful that I even can touch you. And after some time, you start believing these things. Your self-esteem goes down. You don't have self-confidence anymore. And now they get you. Now they can do anything with you. Now they can even beat you. Because they know that you are so low in your self-confidence that you don't even dare to leave them. And most of the time you don't. Most of the time you stay in that abusive relationship, either for the sake of love, in the name of love, or for the sake of the children. You don't need to stay married to a man who doesn't honor you and love you and respect you just because you have children together. I am a decent person and I turn out to be well. I didn't grow up with my parents. Your children will survive without both parents living together and abusing each other and calling that love and family. Beautiful soul, these things have to stop. That is not love, that is not family. When you are not happy, when you're not on the same page, you are not happy. And you cannot call that a family anymore. It's time to pack your bags and go. Find somebody else who honors you and respect you and love you and cherish you and appreciate you.